What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be absolutely huge because for the first time, we actually have some positive news about Modern Warfare 2. I know, shocker, shocker. And of course, there will be a handful of things that, I have concerns for when it comes to this news. But overall, I think at the end of the day, a lot of you guys are going to be extremely happy about everything that's going to be said within this video. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, before we hop into the topic, I do want to mention, of course, as always, we're on the grind of 50,000 subscribers. So if you want to support us, help us out, or if you just simply enjoy the content that you see here, then by all means hit the subscribe button. And also, if you want to be notified on all my recent uploads as well, I upload every single day, you can hit the bell notification button as well. We try to post as much FPS content as we can. Of course, we're grinding out a lot of COD stuff at the moment because there's so much news going around. But obviously, when the new Battlefield update drops, I'll probably hit that up. I'll try to hit up some other indie games as well. Maybe even hop over back into Halo Infinite if they decide to do another update in there. So on and so forth. I like to branch out when obviously there's slow times within COD. But if you enjoy that type of stuff, hit the bell, subscribe, and of course you'll be notified for all of my uploads. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now with that being said, let's get into the topic of today's video. Now, I do want to start off by saying, yes, I finally was able to get some classic Modern Warfare 2 footage. It's been a bit toxic recently, so I've been dabbling more in Treyarch games, but I finally hopped back in. I was able to hop into Wasteland, of course. We went absolutely crazy. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one, and I really hope you guys enjoy the old school gameplay as well. We pretty much stream this stuff every single day over on my Twitch streams, of course. Again, you can find the link to that down in the description of this video, along with my Kick channel as well, because we're going to be trying out Kick this Sunday, probably playing Modern Warfare 2 as well over on there. So if you want to be a part of the test stream as well over on Kick, you can follow that down below too. But man, going back and playing these OG titles it's just been such an absolute blast. And the funniest part about it is that if you do have a PC and you decide to go over and play it on Plutonium or X Labs, you can get a pretty cheater-free experience, compared to hopping on console or just the base Steam version or something of that sort, where cheaters are pretty much running the game rampant. If you get one of these modded lobbies or modded servers, modded clients, it's just such a clean experience. It completely makes me miss the OG days of being able to create your own servers, and, obviously you don't have to rely on an anti-cheat or anything like that to manage cheaters within the game. You could just rely on mods and stuff like that. Man, imagine having that current date. But, of course, sadly, that's not how things are panning out. We have to deal with anti-cheat systems that we cross our fingers will actually do their jobs. And if you've been playing Call of Duty for the past, few years, you know that the new anti-cheat that we have doesn't necessarily do exactly that. It's funny, but honestly, I feel like the anti-cheat that we have, Ricochet, is more about show and less about action. They have things like where if a cheater's in your lobby and the cheater's shooting at you, you turn invisible. So the cheater can't see you at all. You get an easy body on them, stuff like that, or getting banned mid-game or putting them in only cheater lobby, so on and so forth. They toy around with cheaters, which is hilarious in my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong. If you're cheating, I don't think anything is more funny than, absolutely watching you get destroyed, roasted within the game instead of just getting banned, because the cheaters always typically expect to just simply get banned. But, to be tormented in those ways is absolutely hilarious in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it needs to work. It could be as goofy, as funny, as whatever they want it to be. It still has to work. And it hasn't really been doing its complete job. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this news is just insane. As you can see right here, breaking Ricochet anti-cheat update. It can now detect users using controllers with Cronus software in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is freaking insane. For the longest time, basically Cronus users have been able to fly under the radar. And for anybody who doesn't know what Cronus is, basically it gives you just, the best way I can put it is no recoil. It's basically a no recoil mod. Of course, there's other things that Cronus can help you with, but the best possible thing that it helps you for is just basically giving you no recoil on your weapons. Now, of course, you have to program it for each weapon and stuff like that, but people go out their way, they pick their favorite weapons, they program it, and it makes them freaking absurd. It makes them insane, especially in game modes like Warzone, for example, where the maps are much larger and, it takes a little bit more recoil control to be able to win gunfights. Having something like Cronus is going to make you an absolute god, a legend amongst the 100 plus people who are in that lobby. It's a night and day difference. And this has been able to fly under the radar because publishers never really took it serious. I'll be honest. The only thing they focus on is actual software within the console or within the PC. Things like walls, 24/7 UAVs, aimbot, softwares that you install, but never anything that is on the side that you plug in, like Cronus, like where you just plug it into your controller and it starts working. No, they mainly focus on software and software only. So news like this is just insane because I'll be honest, I feel like the majority of the people that I see cheating would more than likely be people who are using Cronus. I'll be real. I have to be real. When it comes to 6v6, yes, I might get a fair share of people who might have wall hacks or something of that sort, but very rarely do I run into aimbot or something like that. Maybe, UAVs or something of that sort, but mostly it seems like people just have no recoil. And it's not really down to the kill cam like it used to be back in the day. You hop on Call of Duty 4, World at War. I mean, it literally looks like someone has no recoil. They're like aim locking you. It's insane. You just have to understand that the kill cams are a little bit different. But nowadays, it literally feels, looks, and acts as if people, like I said, have no recoil. They can track perfectly with zero consequences. And when you have a controller plus aim assist plus zero recoil, it gets pretty dang nasty. And it can be used on PC as well. Someone who has their whole arm to strictly track. I mean, for the love of God, if you can take away recoil, are you kidding me? I mean, it just makes your job tracking 10 million times easier. It's like using, like an aim trainer or something of that sort. Because a lot of aim trainers, you don't get recoil. You just point and click to practice your aim. But, it's the same thing now because in game, you have to actually manage recoil along with tracking and flicking. Now, all you have to do is just track. That's the only thing you have to do. These things are ridiculously overpowered, and they're easy to use because, once again, nobody cared about them. Activision didn't care. No other publisher cared about them. They always fly under the radar. They aren't considered real cheats, when in reality, they should be considered cheats. So having this update is massive. It's literally massive because this might be one of the most number one used things ever out there that people are using 24/7 in lobbies. And to have this actually be introduced will probably make lobbies a lot more playable. I really cannot wait to see the difference in lobbies now. I'm extremely curious because I know everybody out there uses this. I know it. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Like, I guarantee so many individuals out there, especially casuals, to be honest with you, have bought this software because, again, it's not considered real cheats. It's extremely easy to obtain, and all you have to do is plug it in your controller. I guarantee over half the people out there playing Call of Duty are using this right now. I cannot wait to see the difference. I might have to log back in just to see. Let me know down in the comment section if you already have noticed a difference. But of course, you guys know me. It is impossible to make a full positive video like this because of how many times I've been screwed over in the past. Let's be real, guys. This sounds amazing, and this will be amazing, but has the anti-cheat been working properly in the first place? Just because they're adding on top of the anti-cheat, and they're adding in more, trolly things to do to cheaters, doesn't mean it's going to work. I'll be real. I feel like cheaters have been just running rampant, and again, like I said, I see all the time from people posting it over in my feed 24/7, people on either, TikTok or posting shorts or something like that, people just doing challenges, trying to get banned. They openly cheat every single game with the main intention of getting banned, and these individuals can go months without anything happening to their account. Realistically, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to work. If the anti-cheat cannot detect cheats before the game is even loading up, and they still have to strictly rely off of individuals to find these cheaters, then how are they going to be able to detect Cronus? How are they going to be able to, detect this device? And can't the people who make this device just evolve it to make it so it's undetectable again? Because I know there's ways around that. These are the ongoing issues that, I'm having a little trouble stepping over. Yes, this is a great topic, and this is amazing, and I want to give them props because, I've been pretty negative lately, and I think some props are due, especially when it's like this. But this is the point where they have to prove themselves worthy. They can talk the talk all they want, but we need physical proof that we can hold on to, that we can see in order to, believe that this system is going to be implemented correctly. Because they can claim that the system is implemented, but how do we know if it's actually working? I mean, we could still be seeing people use Cronus all the time, and now we won't even know. We'll just assume, we'll chalk it up that they have good aim because Activision told us behind the scenes that, this new system to detect it is now live. But in reality, the system might not even be banning people or removing them from the game. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy to me, and I want it to improve. I want it to be real, but we have to be as realistic as possible about it and just simply make sure you stay alert. Because, they also just mentioned that they're adding in theater mode. They are adding, and that's a whole nother, I don't even know if I'm going to make a topic about that because it just blows my mind that they will add theater mode for, the devs who are trying to manage cheaters, but they won't add theater mode for the rest of us. Why can't we get that? Why is theater mode in the game, but only specifically for the developers to use for cheaters? Oh, man, it just doesn't make any sense. But, as I was saying, like, they're talking about all the stuff in this blog, how they're going to make it easier for the people over at Ricochet to find cheaters, which further proves my point that the anti-cheat isn't doing its job. It's not detecting the cheats before the game is up. There's some games out there where literally if you have cheats installed and you load up the game, you are screwed. It's already an L. It's literally already an L. Call of Duty, it doesn't detect them. You have to be manually found, and they just proved it even further now by saying that they just specifically added in theater mode only for the Ricochet people to find cheaters. They want the people behind the scenes to still do the work. So it's not detecting anything. It's not detecting any of the systems. So you want me to believe that it's going to detect Cronus now when it can't even detect cheating software? No. I'm at a loss of word. I want to believe it so bad, I really do, but I just can't until I'm proven wrong. It just seems like it's going to be another situation where they're just considering Cronus cheating now, but of course it's going to have to go behind the scenes, and it's going to have to be run through theater mode, and it's going to have to be left to real people to determine if the software is being used, instead of the anti-cheat just detecting it right off the bat because it's plugged into the freaking controller and just getting them the hell out right there and then. I'm a tad bit worried. I'm a tad bit happy, but again, I'm going to leave that up to you guys to go down in the comment section to go ahead and discuss. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification button. Also, on chat me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.